Hey guys, it's DovahNiik here, and this is my bus stop travels number 3. And this one is probably one of the two most creepiest things that have ever happened to me at the bus stop. And I was going to the doctor's, so I got off the bus in town, wandered up a little bit, and there was a man. And I always notice people because I don't know if it's because I'm anxious or a writer, but you sort of notice everybody what they're wearing and sort of clock it internally. And I noticed him. He was just a normal looking guy with a fleece jumper in July. I think that's the only reason that he really got my attention. And he was staring at me. So I did the smile that you do. And he didn't do anything back. So I carried on all the way up to the bus stop, saw the doctor. And then you sort of cross over the road to come back down. So I'm making my way back down. And the man crossed the road at this point. He just saw me and he crossed over onto my side. And I got to pick up some bits from the shop. So I went into the shop nearby. And when I came back out with my milk and everything, he was sat on the end of the sort of long stone thing near the bus stops. He was sat right on the end. And I walked past him. And as I got up and walked towards the bus stop, he got up behind me, followed. I didn't think anything of it. People sit down, don't they? So I got to the bus stop. And then he sat a little bit further up. Put my headphones on, got my phone, happily scrolling, and then I don't know how I didn't notice it, but all of a sudden, as I sort of looked to the side, he was right next to me. Really, really close. There was so much room down the whole thing. There's no need for him to be sat that close to me. But I didn't think anything of it again. So I started picking up some songs on my phone, and then he looked at me, and his head was here, and he said, "Are you married?" But he got such a friendly little voice, you know what I mean? And he seemed really quiet. He's a very quiet guy, maybe a little bit socially awkward. So I didn't think anything at first because I'm socially awkward. And I went, "Yes, I am married. Yeah. What's your name?" People ask me this all the time, and I never give them my real name. I just said Sarah. He went, "All right. Where are you from?" And I said, "Birdholm." That's not where I'm from. But I just said Birdholm. He went, "Oh, right. I was going to ask you out on a date. I saw you on the other side and I thought, oh, I'm going to have to follow her and talk to her." You know that little ping you get in your head when you're about to be murdered? I got that. I didn't think anything of it. Again, he said it in such a placid, sort of docile way. I thought, like, you know what I mean? There could be something wrong with him. He could have a learning disability, something. So, be as nice as I possibly can. And I went, "No, I'm married, but thank you. That's very kind." And I put a song on, and he was still sat next to me. I could feel the fleece that close, but I budged over. Now, there was a lady sat a little bit further away, and she'd been watching us this entire time. I could feel her glare, sort of wide-eyed, and I sort of gave her a smile, and she smiled at me, sort of reassuringly. And then I carried on my phone. I got Ben up, my messenger. I was just about to message him and ring him or something just to get to break away from it. And then he said to me, "Do you use the internet?" And I said, yeah, I go on the internet. And he budged in, and his head was here, and he said to me, "I really should change my name and my picture on my Facebook because it's a fake name and the picture's not me." And I went silent. I think I might have weed, or at least I'd done some kind of business. But I froze, and he was still staring at me this entire time. I'm just looking at my phone like, and I just went, "Oh, right." And I looked at this lady, and she was looking at me wide-eyed still. And then headphones went in, volume went up, and I budged up a little bit. And he budged up again. And he said to me, "I sometimes get in trouble at the bus stop for talking to girls." I'm like, "No shit. I'm very friendly, but sometimes people say I'm a little bit too friendly." And I said, "Oh, okay." And I was starting to get a bit miffed now, so I stopped the Nick chatter that I do. And I went, "Oh, right." And I budged towards this lady, and she budged a little bit towards me at that point, and I didn't know why, and I got no chance to ask, but it felt like she'd met him before. Budged really close to her, and he didn't budge any further at that point. But he sat and he was staring at me, and the bus was 5 minutes. So I sat there with my music on with this gentleman in a fleece in July staring at the side of my head, and I'm thinking, he's going to get on the bus, isn't he? He's going on the same bus as me. He's going to know where I'm going to get off. He's going to see where I live. And I'm thinking, shall I catch a different bus, get off sooner or later, and all of this lot? I thought, yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll get off a little bit later and then just do the little walk back. It was July. And the bus stopped. I stood up and he went, oh, I can't come with you. I'm not catching the bus. And he just walked off and went home. He'd been stood at the bus stop probably 10, 15 minutes with me, and he wasn't even catching the bus. But luckily, I'm alive, I lived through it, and I've never seen anything since. My Facebook profile has been on private now. But yeah, that was the second creepiest. Well, it might be the first. I'll tell you the next story and you can make the call for yourself. Creepiest story that has happened to me at the bus stop in town. So thanks for watching. Bye.